Good morning, everyone. I call the meeting of the House Transportation Committee to order. The meeting is being broadcasted and recorded. Evan, can you please take roll call?
Chairman Nielsen,
Here.
Bellman,
Designation.
Curry,
Designation.
Guzman, Hohenstein,
Designation.
Isaacson, Madsen,
Designation.
McAndrew, Mullins,
Designation.
O'Mara, Powell,
Designation.
Sappy, Schusterman,
Designation.
Siegel,
Designation.
Chairman Benninghoff, Bernstein, Devanzo, Flood,
Designation.
Ham,
Designation.
Labs, Brinkavage,
Designation.
Shurin, Schmidt,
Designation.
Smith, Stambaugh, Tomlinson.
Designation.
We have a quorum. I thank you all for coming today, and we have Representative Lindsay Powell has joined us online. Before we get started with today's meeting, I have someone in the audience today that I'd like to introduce to everyone. He's a neighbor. He's not yet a constituent, but he is. His family is. And Keegan, I'm going to ask you to come right up here to this microphone right here. This way we can get you on film for Mom and Dad. So sit, kids, sit. Just for a minute. We're just going to get just a minute. He's here with his other guys. I'll let him introduce them now. But Keegan's family comes from a family of public service, and it's a great honor for his family to be my neighbor and friends with us. His dad's an officer and has been an officer for how long?
I believe 18 years.
18 years. And your mom's a teacher, and she has taught some of my children as well. I don't want to say any names because, but something just happened about a month ago that's real proud for all of us in the neighborhood, and I want you to talk about your brother instead of me.
Okay.
See, I got him. So I'll let you, Keegan. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my brother went to Archbishop Bryan High School in Philadelphia. He graduated in 2020. He applied to the Naval Academy and got accepted. He took a NAPS year, which is like a preparation year for the Naval Academy. So he did that year and then did 4 years of college at the Naval Academy and graduated this past month ago. Yes,
Yep,
and
a
he graduated.
yeah.
He will be here for 4 more months, and then he leaves to go to Pensacola, Florida for Navy pilot training.
And we thank you for your service and your family service because it seems that's what you want to follow in your brother's footsteps.
Yeah.
See, that's the important part here, Keegan. It's about you. It's not about them. Your brother had his chance in Harrisburg with his favorite rep, Ed Nielsen, too. So now it's your turn. And what are your plans? What are you thinking?
I hope to follow in his footsteps. I just finished the Naval Academy summer seminar just this past week, and I loved it. So I will be applying there hopefully by this August.
So, and what brings you here today?
I'm with the American Legion for the Keystone Boys State. I'm here for just opportunities, education. I know I'll be here, and then I came here today to see Ed Nielsen.
See? Thank you very much, Keegan. I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that, but I told you pretty much you were. And you're here with a couple friends. If you can just introduce your friends real quick and where they're from.
Yeah, so
They can do it themselves real
Yeah,
quick,
I
guys.
got it.
Walk up and do it yourself. This way he doesn't get any of these wrong. Just tell your county where you're from or who your rep is, and then we'll let you go. Yeah, no, you don't have to. Just get on the microphone, whatever you want.
All right. My name is Owen Kavanaugh, and I'm from Hermitage County, Pennsylvania.
And who's your state rep?
I'm blanking.
We just talked about this on the way here. All right, all right.
Park Wentling.
Park Wentley, right. Park Wentley. I knew who it was.
Yeah.
Come on. I trained them on the way in. None of them were you, Manny. They all want you to be their state rep, but
Huh?
Rick Kajewski.
Okay. Drew Feldman.
And you're from
Oh, I'm
Philadelphia
from
County?
Philadelphia County, West Philly.
And your state rep is
Ajewski.
Rick Krajewski.
Rick Kajewski.
But your favorite state rep is?
Ed Nielsen.
No, Mary.
wait, oh,
Ah,
shit.
come on.
No,
You had such a great opportunity to go there. Your dad's watching. Just so you know, this is all broadcasted on TV, okay? You sure? You ready for this one? All right. All right. They will be tonight on the reruns on PCN.
Hi, my name is Carrick Moore. I'm from Malvern, PA, and my ref's Christine Howard.
Christine Howard. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for all coming. It was
Yeah, Carrick. Nielsen.
See, there you go. That's the majority. That's a majority, all right? He must have saw it.
Mr. Chairman, I also have a guest here today shadowing me as well from my district. the
Yeah, I didn't
32nd
ask you
from
that.
Oakland.
This
You
is
mind if
about,
I
this is
introduce
Ed
him real
Nielsen
fast?
Day.
I know.
You had all
That's
week to
priority.
be. He's from the Oakmont Country Club. That's where he lives, right? He lives right on the 9th hole. If you didn't see, he popped in and popped out. Watch.
Popped in. I watched two birdies to see the winning guy take the
I
championship.
did.
That was
Who you got here with you today? please?
Tatum Grimes is here. Tatum, come on, introduce yourself.
Sorry to take your time up today. We just
Appreciate it.
anybody else?
Say, introduce myself. You want to, like,
Yeah,
my
just
name?
say where you are and who you're from and what you're doing here.
My name's Tatum Grimes. I'm from Oakmont. My representative and I'm also is Joe McAndrew, and I'm also job shadowing Joe McAndrew, just to see what it's like working in politics. I
Trying
guess.
to take my job.
I was gonna say we're with you.
And what river runs along Oakmont there?
the Allegheny.
The majestic Allegheny. He's never gonna get elected, Joe.
I don't.
It's the majestic Allegheny when we're in this meeting.
All right, thank you.
Jen, do you have a guest?
I actually have 3, and they have no warning about doing this, so I don't want to put them on the spot. But my 3 interns are here with us this morning, from my district office and from my Harrisburg office.
Well, welcome everybody, and I'm sorry we did this and threw everybody under the bus so way, but we are transportation. That's what we do here. All right, so let's get to work. Today, the chair calls up House Bill 1416, Port Enters number 1642, introduced by Representative Sean Doherty. Kyle, can you please read a summary of the bill?
House Bill 1416 by Representative Sean Doherty. This bill creates new penalties for interference with the operation or movement of a public transit vehicle. The following offenses are outlined: an attempt to cause or intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly cause serious bodily injury or death to an operator while in the performance of duty is classified as a first-degree felony. An attempt to cause or intentionally or knowingly cause bodily injury to an operator while in the performance of duty is classified as a third-degree felony. Intentionally interfering with an operator while in the performance of duty that results in the serious bodily injury or death of another person is classified as a third-degree felony. Intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly interfering with an operator while in the performance of duty that results in the bodily injury of another person is classified as a second-degree misdemeanor. And an attempt by physical menace to put an operator while in the performance of duty in fear or imminent serious bodily injury or death is classified as a third-degree felony. And there are no amendments filed to the bill.
Thank you, Kyle. The question is, will the committee report the bill? I invite the prime sponsor, Representative Sean Doherty, to speak on his bill. Representative, please.
Thank you, Chairman Nielsen, Chairman Benninghoff, members of the committee. You know, every day people get up and they get a cup of coffee and they get on mass transit to go to and from work. And some of the people that are most overlooked are the ones actually operating that transit system. It's time we stop worrying about who's on the back of the bus and who's in the front. On the morning of October 26, 2023, longtime SEPTA employee Bernard Gribben was tragically shot and killed while on duty and operating the 23 bus in Philadelphia. Senseless incidents of violence like this are inexcusable and have no place on our transit system. Everyone has the right to feel safe on public transit, especially the dedicated workers who show up every day to get people to and from where they need to be. For this reason, I am introducing legislation that will establish stronger penalties for those who harm our public transit operators. So any interference that causes serious bodily injury or death of an operator would be punishable as a felony, and any interference that results in bodily injury or the fear of imminent serious bodily injury or death would also be subject to significant penalties. As elected officials, It's our duty to do everything in our power in this Commonwealth to ensure the safety of all Pennsylvanians, especially those who provide essential services like transit operators. Nobody should have to fear not making it home after a day of work. I appreciate you allowing me this time, and I encourage you to pass this so that we can ensure that all Pennsylvanians feel safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Yeah, on the morning of October 26, 2023, longtime SEPTA employee Bernard Gibbon was tragically shot and killed while on duty operating a bus on Route 23. Senseless incidents and violence like this are inexcusable and have no place in transit systems. The 23 trolley, if anybody knows, that runs up Germantown Ave. It was a trolley that I took as a kid very often. My grandfather drove a bus, and I could not imagine him not coming home from work, serving the public. And I appreciate you bringing this bill up, and I ask for everybody to support the bill. Are there any other comments or questions on the bill? Representative Isaacson.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you for bringing this bill forward. As a fellow Philadelphian, we understand that as transit workers operating our buses, trolleys, or trains, that they are essential workers. They are first line workers. And as we work to promote safety in the workplace here in the General Assembly, I think this is a good statement of ensuring accountability and how they are treated, and hopefully a deterrence to those who think that they can go and make unsafe environments on our public transportation systems. So thank you for bringing this.
Representative Hohenstein.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to echo the sentiments of the reps from Philadelphia. As a fellow rep from Philly, Northeast Philly, at least I consider myself to be, I've ridden SEPTA all my life, and there are times when I know I personally, and I know that family members of mine, were helped and made safer by the actions of bus drivers and train operators, and we need to do the same for them. And this is one way we can do that, and I really appreciate, again, my fellow Northeast Philly rep for bringing this forward and for supporting our transit workers, and also for pushing for increased safety in the system as a whole. Thank you.
Any other comments on House Bill 1416? Seeing none, the vote will now be taken. Those in favor of reporting the bill as committed will vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are there any negative votes on House Bill 1416? Seeing none, House Bill 1416 will be reported as committed. The House Chair calls up House Bill 1445, printers number 1822, introduced by Representative Manny Guzman. Kyle, can you please give us a description of the bill?
House Bill 1545 by Representative Guzman. This bill allows a parking authority or a parking enforcement office to suspend a vehicle registration upon the accumulation of at least 6 unpaid parking tickets or a cumulative total of at least $500 in fines or civil penalties issued for parking violations. Under current law, PennDOT can only suspend the vehicle registration of a registrant who has failed to pay 6 or more parking tickets issued by the Philadelphia Parking Authority. This legislation expands this ability to any municipality that enters into an agreement with PennDOT to do so, and there are no amendments filed to the bill.
Question is, will the committee report the bill? I recognize prime sponsor, Representative Manny Guzman, to speak on his bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Chairman Benninghoff and the committee as a whole for allowing me to present this bill. House Bill 1545 proposes a comprehensive approach to tackling illegal parking violations. And this is to better manage curb space, especially crucial for people with disabilities, emergency responders, local residents, and it's clear to me that stronger enforcement measures are needed. Why is this clear to me? Because according to the Reading Parking Authority, the city of Reading is currently owed approximately $28 million in unpaid parking fines. These are troubling numbers, and this $28 million speaks for themselves. It's clear that regulatory action is both necessary and overdue. To address this, this bill proposes a fair solution, allowing parking authorities to suspend vehicle registrations with 6 or more unpaid tickets or totaling at least $500. This approach aims to prevent repeat offenders from disregarding their fines and resolve these issues without unfairly burdening low-income individuals or resorting to criminal justice penalties. This legislation follows the proven strategies of the Philadelphia Parking Authority and the Turnpike Commission, and I ask for an affirmative vote. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We've all experienced the frustration of circling the same block over and over looking for a parking spot, no matter what city you're from. We just heard from Representative Guzman, who talked about just the city of Reading, $28 million. $28 million in unpaid parking tickets. Remember that, guys. This bill, when we pass this today, we will be coming to get you. All right? So in Philadelphia, they are able to do this, and this we want to expand this to statewide to address this issue. Now, mind you, when this bill passes, hopefully we get it up to the second floor. It's from the day the governor signs it forward. It's not these back violations. We are not it's not retroactive to 10 years ago. But just the pure numbers alone, if you put them in perspective across the city, it's got to be in the billions. These are billions of dollars, and we're paying for it. Anybody else on the bill? Seeing none, are there any negative votes on House Bill 1545?
None here.
Seeing none, House Bill 1545 will be reported as committed. Chair now calls up House Bill 1591, printers number 1900, introduced by Representative Ed Nielsen. Kyle, can you please give us a summary of the bill?
House Bill 1591 by Chairman Ed Nielsen. This bill authorizes privately owned parking lots to access PennDOT's license plate records solely for the purpose of mailing vehicle owners an invoice for any unpaid parking charges. In order to obtain limited informational access to PennDOT's records, the owner or operator of a private parking lot or agent must file an affidavit certifying the intended use of records and execute a contract with PennDOT. The accessible information is to be limited solely to the name and mailing address associated with the license plate. PennDOT may then charge a reasonable fee for each record request, and there is one amendment filed to the bill.
The question is, will the committee report the bill? I offer Amendment A01168. Kyle, can you please read a summary of the amendment?
Amendment A01168 by Chairman Ed Nielsen. This amendment does the following. First, it makes a technical change to clarify that an invoice for unpaid parking charges or violation fees must be placed on the vehicle or mailed to the registered owner of the vehicle within 10 business days of the use of the private parking lot or of the violation. And finally, it makes it a violation of the affidavit and contract. It makes it a third-degree misdemeanor punishable by a $500 fine for the owner, operator, or agent of the private parking lot to misuse the information obtained by PennDOT. Each violation is a separate and distinct offense.
Thank you. The question is, will the committee agree to the amendment? I ask the members to support the amendment. For the information of members, this amendment was late filed. However, it is agreed to by both Majority Chair and Minority Chair. Per Rule 3CB, Section 3 of the House Rules, this amendment is in order. I ask you all to support the amendment. This simply tightens up the language to try and resolve some last-minute concerns that came up. Are there any comments or questions on Amendment A01168?
No. We support
Seeing
it.
none, are there any negative votes on A01168? Seeing none, A01168 has been adopted. We're now on the question recurs. There you go. Look at this. See, these are these new rules you got here, Kyle. Question is House Bill 1591 as amended. Any comments or questions on House Bill 1591 as amendment? Seeing none. Are there any negative votes? House Bill 1591 as amended. Seeing none, House Bill 1591 as amended will be reported out of committee. Chair now calls up Senate Bill 185, printers number 487, introduced by Senator Scott Hutchinson. Kyle, can you please give us a summary of the bill? No, maybe we should do, Lane should do this. It's a Senate Republican bill. Lane, you ready?
He'll defer for today.
Defer. Lane's the new guy. See, we always get the new guys. That's why you kids went through what you did today. But Lane's all grown up now. He got out of college and now he's with us. He's going to keep us in the lane on transportation. All right. Go ahead, Kyle, please.
Senate Bill 185 by Senator Hutchinson. This bill allows vehicles to be equipped with non-original aftermarket brake light strips in combination with the stop lamps of the vehicle's rear lighting system. Brake light strips may contain LED bulbs and operate with a vehicle's turn signal. However, they may not feature flashing or revolving lights unless used in conjunction with the turn signal. An aftermarket brake light strip must be the same color and similar illumination as the vehicle's stop lamps, be in safe operating condition, and be horizontally mounted on the rear of the vehicle. These aftermarket brake light strips are only permissible on vehicles up to 14,000 pounds and are not permissible on motor carrier vehicles. This bill previously passed the Senate by a vote of 48-1, and there are no amendments filed to the bill.
Senate Bill 185. Chairman Benninghoff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On behalf of Senators Hutchinson, thank you for bringing this up. As a former county coroner, I always was been concerned, I still am, about not having as much visual lighting in the rear of a vehicle. I think this will be very beneficial, especially for some of us who tow trailers and things in foggy areas. More illumination hopefully will give people a better perspective of where a vehicle in front of them may be, and will keep them back. We have a chronic problem, I think, of falling too close, and this will be helpful, especially in inclement weather. I appreciate it and would ask for a unanimous vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Any other questions or comment on Senate Bill 185, printers number 487? Seeing none, on the question, are there any negative votes on Senate Bill 185, printers number 487? Seeing none, Senate Bill 185 is reported as committed. And I believe that's all we have today. And I
Chairman,
want to
can
thank
I
everybody for
make
their
a motion
patience.
to correct the record?
Correct the record?
Yeah. I'm going to be a no on House Bill 1545.
We will correct it. Any other members for the good of the organization? Anybody? Anybody? We good? Thank you. This meeting is adjourned.